Lunch break is over and I had a little time to study these EasyAcro modes, and I also brought my trusty GoPro Max here, so I'll be able to record a little bit of video so you can see how the controller here is actually working, how the motion controller is actually working. I think that works better. So let's see what we can get out of this. And also, it's very sunny right now, so maybe it's time to pull out some of these ND filters that I got as part of the kit here for the drone. And this is a ND broken nail. That's not easy to get out. All right. So they come in a nice protective case, I can sort of sense. Yes, it's like a bigger version of the one that we have for the other drones. So look at this. And it is ND 8, 16 and 32. So I think what we would do now is at least we would go for a ND 16. This should be sufficient or not too much right now.
And in case that you don't know why we're going to use ND filters on your drone, I made a very comprehensive tutorial showing you with real life examples the difference of the different filter types that are available for drones. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description below.
Maybe we should include our friend here. This is the GoPro Max, so we're gonna invite that to join the camera crew today. So let's just see if we can mount one of these filters on here. So just pull out the ND16 here, and I think it just goes in front like this. Yeah, okay, maybe not exactly like this. So I guess this is the only way that it can go. So it snaps nicely into place now. So now we have a ND16 mounted in front of the drone. And also just to emphasize that the design of the Avata 2 is similar to the Avata 1. As far as I recall, it's actually slightly bigger. It still has this nicely ducted design that protects the propellers in case that it comes into contact with something. So if you decide to slam the drone full force into something, this duct design might not hold up. But at least for slight touches, there should be no problem with this design. So, also, the drone is a C1 label drone, which means that it flies in the A1 airspace in the open category. So that's pretty nice. The weight is around, I think, 375 grams. I think it is. So it's not a C0, but it's a C1. And one more thing that I want to mention is that the camera is quite capable of recording all sorts of nice stuff. It's capable of recording up to 4K 60 FPS, which you can see a sample of here. And you can also record in 10-bit D-Log right now. And those of you that do a lot of post-processing, you will probably be very, very happy about that news, because that makes really, really wonders for the color grading of your footage. The whole idea with the D-Log format or the other flat color profiles are that you can squeeze a lot more information into what you're recording and then sort of spread it out afterwards in your post-processing software. All right, so let's see if we can get everything up and running. And we pull out the goggles here. Loose the head. Straighten the antennas. So, see if it's turned on. It's not. So it doesn't like that I'm over here. Actually, it doesn't like that I'm near the car, so I get goggle interference. So I need to go out here. So this one is the M&H, that is the sport mode. This one dial switches between the EasyAcro flight. The orange button, that's really, I don't know why it's orange, because you can't really see it. But the orange button here, what that can do is allow you to take off with the drone. I'll show you just in a second. You can use it for landing. There's the power button here. There's the accelerator, the decelerator. There's the record button. And yeah. So let's start by flying up. Let's start the drone and fly up and make just a little bit of reference footage in D-Log so you can see the difference there. Positioned the right way so they fit me very nicely. And then tighten it here. See, there's a lot of options here. They can also be tilted a little bit forward here, so they're a very good fit for you. So you see what happens now is, you can hopefully see that on the GoPro, that if I press 2 times here, the motor starts, and if I hold down the lock button, see, the drone will actually lift off. And right now it doesn't do anything. So, other than hover here in front of me. So if I need to make it move, you see, I can press this in a little bit so I can make it react, and I can also make it record a little bit here. So what we can start with doing here is we push the accelerator. So now we're flying forward, and see, now we take a nice flight down here this path and fly back. And so if I just let go, so what we do next is I push 1 time on this button here, then I can go in here, and then I can go under settings, and then I can go on the camera, and then I should probably stop the recording on the recording button here. What I can do now is, see, I can mess around with wide. I can do wide here, and we don't want this, we just want 4K 60 and fly a victory round. Just round here, around the car. With the normal color profile in the ultra wide. It's so nice that you can use this for actually maneuvering. So see, now the image changed. Oh, so we didn't record. So let's do one more, just for the sake of it. I need a little bit more time to get familiar with the camera settings here. But at least this will give you a sample of the D-Log. Chase it! Woo! I should have it. It is actually a little bit scary. So let's see what happens if we take it on HorizonSteady. So there we go. Maybe this is like, I don't know. Can you see a difference? Maybe there's a difference when we play back the footage. I will make sure to include that and play it. But to be able to do that, I should maybe press the record button. SD full. What is full? Maybe it's the goggles. It's the goggles that are full. So when you land it, you just hold down the button here. And then you can tap this. So you see what's actually going on.
Note that the pass-through video feed of the goggles are not being included on the screen recording. And unfortunately, the screen recording does not pick up after you exit the pass-through view.
So just hold down the button here, so land it very nicely on the pad. There's a risk that I don't want to lose the screen recordings that I got until the card ran out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna take out this SD card and then steal one from the Mini 4 instead. Put that one in here. The cool thing about this is that it actually starts automatically to record in 1080p what happens on the screen, and you get the visuals and all the graphics and all that stuff that's included as well. And there's actually a way, as far as I can see in the manual, that you can disable the UI. If you don't want the UI included, then you can just take that part out and disable it.
One thing that I learned after recording everything for this video is that the screen recording inside the goggles only runs while you're recording video.
Start the engines, then hold down this one. So now you fly over here and see what's going on. See if I just let go. See. See, I can make it move up and down like this. See? This is really scary. Okay, so I guess we had the HorizonSteady enabled here. So now we have that one included, so let's just rock steady. Okay, so let's fly with that. I do want to try to flick it into sport mode. So that's sport mode. I'm not even sure if I dare to do this. I'm not even sure this is full speed. We put it in normal mode again, just for the sake of this video. I do want to keep the drone, at least for a while, so I can make some videos for you guys. All right, so let's position the drone here out somewhere. So let's just try the slide. I'm not sure what this does. Maybe one of you could tell me. Just put a little bit of recording onto this. But I can do that now. Just here. Oh. Let's go 3 meters up. Take this, the 100, the drifty thingy. So we just fly forward here. Yeah. So that kind of makes sense why they included backwards obstacle avoidance. Because we need that. So, you see, now it continues and it just changes. Hey, this is nice. This makes it a lot easier. Really, really a lot easier to do some of these complicated stuff that you can do with a FPV drone. I'm really looking forward to add this to my... So now we have low battery. You get a chance to test that as well. So, see what is it doing? Why is it not landing? So, take this one away. So I'm not really sure how to handle this. So now I think I can bring it down. Ah! Slight miss. And there, of course, it takes a little bit of getting used to. It doesn't really do what you want it to do. That's where the experience kicks in. But I promise you one thing, if it kept sitting there and hovering, it would come down eventually. Interesting part 2 of the first flight, which is really not a first flight anymore, it's a second flight. They have put in some massive amount of, maybe not massive, but they've put in a lot of internal storage in this one. It has 46 gigabyte of internal storage, and it has the possibility to put in an SD card here as well, so you should not run into problems or storage issues when you're out flying. And I guess that's the reason why there's a sticker here that says do not touch the intake to avoid burns. I can confirm that. It's probably one thing that we will be wondering, because now I've mounted the ND filter here onto the drone. So let's just see if we can make the cover fit on top of the ND filters. Oh, if I put it the right way, maybe it can. Yeah, I would not recommend that. It does seem a little bit squeezed. Let me just take off the filter. The gimbal cover, that's a very, very simple solution. A lot simpler than what we have seen in the past. Make it easier. So if you can see here, it's very, very simple. Just goes under here, and then you simply just press it in like this and lock it into place. So that's a very simple solution that's very easy to use. That's what we want. It's a super, super cool product and very fun for me, as it's getting a little bit, from time to time, this is the, okay, they can make you money, these drones, because they can make steady, low, very easy, nice shots. But I have, with quite envy, looked into some of the stuff that have been produced with the FPV and thought if I should take the plunge or not. I'm really happy that I got a chance to try this out right now. I'm also really happy to find out that I can actually stand up and fly the drone with the goggles on without being dizzy, which was one of the things that I was a bit concerned about going into this, as my eyesight is not really optimized for this kind of I was also a little bit skeptical about this one, and it actually turns out that this could be quite a nice asset. And if you have a hoodie like this, it just fits nicely into your yeah. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.